morning, everybody. I'm here in my home in Virginia, getting ready to go down to Gay Gardens. As I'm sure some of you have noticed on the Facebook page, if you follow us, if you don't, go to the Facebook page. Make sure you follow us for just random updates here and there. But it looks like the contractor's been very busy. So I'm going to go down and see what's going on. Now, the contractors aren't there today. It's just going to be me walking around, seeing what's going on. So come along and let's see what's been going on. All right, so we are here, and as you can see, the snow is gone. It has been rather warm the past few days, and we've also had a lot of rain, so no more snow, just mud. Let's see what's been going on. Now, I have only seen the photographs that you guys have seen, so of course, not much has really happened on the side of the house since last time, but I think mostly it's the back of the house that's where the magic has been going on. And it's so, as you can see, it's very muddy. I might walk back there, see what's been going on. Oh. So, don't pay attention to that noise. That's just David's little cameras going off for security. He knows I'm here. So, wow. A lot's been going on. As you can see, they are framed up a lot. Let's see. We'll go inside here in just a second and get a better look, but let's go around to the side. My goodness, this is really different looking. Wow. This is really something. Okay, the alarm went off. Good. Oh, there's a door there now. Wow, this is this is definitely a bit different from the last time, guys. Wow, this is so cool. All right, let's go inside and see what inside looks like. Glad that alarm finally went off. Ooh, Lord. No need for a door now. So you can see here these kind of beam things. See how they're like adjusted like that? These are actually old porch columns. Because originally this would have been an outside porch. And they used to do this so they could level off the columns as, you know, things sank and changed with the house. And they literally just put a wall around it and just said it was a it was a room. So that's mainly why this has now happened. So when the contractor David started to actually take off everything, he noticed, and when we go upstairs, I'll show you a little better, that the upstairs addition where the two rooms were wasn't really tied to the main house. What they basically did was they put an exterior wall, a roof, and just wrapped it in siding, but it wasn't actually tied to the original house. So it was kind of floating. And when he started to remove the downstairs section to extend it, the upstairs wasn't being supported anymore. It was just there. So was not safe, had to come down. But in doing so, that opens up the opportunity for more improvement and change, which, as you can see, now we're doing this. So, yes, unexpected, but sometimes that can be a good thing. And you can see here, there's going to be a bank of windows all on there. All those little cutouts there are going to be windows. So this is going to have a lot of light in it. It's going to be very nice. So, and you can see here, they kind of redid all that to tie it in. Now, I don't know if David did that, but that wood looks pretty brand new, so I think he might have done some of that. So I guess we don't really need to lock the door, even though I'm sure it is still. All right. All right. All right. So that blue thing right there, that is what they call bladder tank. And that's actually for the well. This house is actually on a well, so that is what keeps water pressure in the house. And when it gets low, it pumps water back in, so on and so forth. Typically, they're under your house. Mine is actually in my house, so it's a little noisy. But most of the time, they're under the house, and they're kind of, out of the way. So maybe we might want to just replace that while they're doing all this, just to have a nice new one. But let's take a walk over here. As you can see, this floor is going to be a little lower than this one. We will step up in here now. All right. Wow. This is a bit different than what we saw last time, for sure. So now, unfortunately, it rained quite a lot yesterday, so a lot of this plastic is just leaking, but that's okay. It's not hurting anything. So let me stand over here. So I'll have to tell David about this. I'm sure they had this all tied up to keep water out, and it just blew down, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's not going to hurt nothing. So this is coming in from the actual hallway. So as you guys know, this is the staircase here, and this is the door that went into that little back room. So that room was probably only to about where those ladders are, to right about there. Not that where my finger is, but that next one right there, that thicker piece of wood. That's where the room actually ended originally. So we've got quite a bit more space now in here. So this is actually going to be a very gracious, bright, sunny room when it's all done, because the sun comes in from this side of the house, I think. So just imagine all these beautiful windows right here. Okay. And then this is going to be a wall. And then this area will be a bathroom. We'll go in there in just a second. Now, if you come around here, this is going out to the side of the house where we were earlier. So as you can see, this is the front porches over here. This is the little field, and the barn's back there. So this is going to be a doorway to the side of the house, which I think will be very nice, because this side of the house kind of didn't really get used for anything, and it's kind of shady here when all the trees are in bloom and everything in the house. So I think this will be a really nice area, maybe a nice little seating area. It's very private. The road is further. There's nothing over here, so I think this will be a nice little area. And then right here, so you can see it's a little hard. This is a header for a door. So this area is going to be a powder room. So a sink, toilet will be in this room. So this is going to be a very nice big room. I don't know if the upstairs is going to be as long as this. I have not been told that yet. So, but you can see the original walls of the house here. So this right here, if you remember, when this project started, this had like barn wood or some type of like a raw cut wood on it that was done for like decorative purposes. And about right here was an old cast iron plumbing pipe, a vent for the toilet upstairs. So that's all been removed because we no longer need that. And there's the electrical panel, which is disabled right now because obviously there's a lot going on and everything. And as you can see, this is the room that was downstairs that I believe Mrs. Ward used as her bedroom. I don't think it's going to be a bedroom anymore, but that's what it was when she lived here. This will probably become like a study or potentially a bedroom at some point if needed. Let's go around here. And as you can see here, of course, this is the kitchen. This is going to be the kitchen. So not much going on in there. And then looks like they have a little work area in here and what was the parlor room. I love that. I love that bump out. And here's the front door, so they're insulating as they go. So let's go into this room. So again, this was Mrs. Ward's room when she lived here. And this is now a mess. We're gonna get rid of all this. And let me see if I can get over here safely. So they've got a lot of stuff going on in here. So this right here was actually a window at one time and then was covered up when this was turned into a room. This is now going to be a doorway into a ensuite bathroom, which is going to be right here. So if you remember, there was a bathroom here. And there was a window here. Of course, all this is new now because that area just got torn down. But the door was here. So you actually accessed it from that little narrow room. So now it's only going to be accessed to this room. But this is going to be a full bathroom. There's going to be shower, sink, and toilet in this room. So this is a decent sized bathroom. Not really sure the configuration yet of where everything's going to go. I'm sure there will be discussions about that here in the near future because they're going to have to, you know, redo all the plumbing and everything. But as you can see, it's definitely framed up very nicely. So let's go. Okay. Now, only problem with the construction site is you just have to watch where you're going because there is just stuff everywhere, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. So now let's go upstairs and see what's going on up here. Now again, I've got to kind of watch where I'm going because there is nothing. Okay. So, I am not going to step out here because I do not know if it's safe. But you can see here, so originally, I think it was flush with this ledge here to get into the bathroom, if I remember correctly. We'll have to go back and look at videos. But it looks like now, to make the roof at more obvious height, there's going to be a step up here to get into this room, which is, of course, understandable. So, as you can see, this is all new. So this is where that original bathroom was, which is no more. Again, you can see there where a window used to be when the house was originally built. Was framed over many years ago. So if you remember, originally when we started this, there was a clawfoot tub here, there was a window here, a sink, and then a toilet over here kind of catty-cornered in the room. Of course, all that's gone now. This is all new. This is all brand new. So I don't know if this is it. This is just as framed as it's going to be. I'm not really sure how they're doing this. But as you can see, all new. So I'm actually going to step up here because it's actually really sturdy. So if you remember, there was a wall about right here that went right over. That's now gone. And then this doorway here, which went into the big bedroom upstairs, this was like Mrs. Ward used it like a sewing room, but this is now going to be a bathroom store. So there's going to be 2 bathrooms side by side up here. One servicing this bedroom and the other one servicing the 2 bedrooms on this side of the house. So basically we're going to have 2 principal suites in this house and then 2 regular bedrooms, which is nice. So you can see there's the transition from the original house to the new structure right here. But you can see all these old cut nails and everything that they still have to pull out. And look at this. It's literally just the end piece of a wood with bark still on it. They didn't waste anything back then. Everything was used because materials were very expensive as they are now. And back then, materials were even more expensive to people. So nothing was ever wasted. And there's nothing, it's not hurting anything having it like that. And they probably thought 140 years ago that nobody would ever see it. But here we are. It's being seen for the world to see now on YouTube. And if you go over here, see another window frame right there. But yeah, this is the original side of the house. Looking out at that. Lots changed since this project started, that's for sure. Let's see. So this is exciting, I think. You see that strip they put on there and then these little blocks? What they're doing is they're making the joist taller because this insulation up here does need to be R39 to code. In order to do that, you have to make it deeper so the insulation actually has room to be up there. Otherwise, you'd put it up there, smush it, and it just doesn't do anything. So sometimes with these old houses, you have to make allowances for that. So you can see this is the kind of the way they've done that. And you can see all this new wiring and everything for here, since this house definitely needed to be rewired. The wiring in here is very scary. And then David and Michael have chosen these really cool square fixtures instead of the traditional, flicks. These are much nicer and a little more elegant, I think. And then as you saw in the last video, above the fireplaces will be these tiny little cam lights to highlight whatever artwork, mirror, mantle decorations will be going on here. As you can see, there's the frame for the original bathroom door, which was there, which again will probably change a little bit because now that there's a whole new area. And then see, this is what I was talking about here. So they've made room for this insulation because this insulation is very, very thick. So they've insulated all in here. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the closets. Obviously the plaster in here is just gone. And it looks like there's been probably more damage because of all the banging and everything. So I'm sure all this will rip out and they'll just drywall in here and just make it a lot cleaner. This cracks me up. I'm assuming it's some type of hanger for, to hang clothes and stuff on. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody out there in the internet world knows what it is, please put a comment down for us so So I'd love to know what that was. I just think it's kind of unusual. You can see original closet door, which I love these little knobs. Not all of them have them, but most of them do. I think they probably were originally on all the doors. Might be able to find those maybe online or something. Replace the ones that are missing. And you see it would have been key locked at one time. It does still have its key. I'm sure we can find keys for that and make it work again. Let's see, it would have just locked right there. So it might be a little project for us to figure out. But yeah, it's definitely a lot warmer in here than it was the last time. Even with the entire back of the house open, I'm not feeling a draft standing in this room now because of all the insulation that's been added. So that's really nice. That tells you it works. As you can see here, again, they've updated all the wiring. So you have all new plugs right there, which is nice. Nice new plugs. So yeah, again, there's another sconce light or little cam light for up there, which will of course highlight these beautiful mantle pieces, which at some point, of course, the woodwork will be sanded, repainted, and restored at some point. But it'd be nice to see those redone because I do really like those mantle pieces. And this room, I've insulated the exterior walls in here. And it looks like they're still running wires up through the ceiling, so they haven't closed all this off yet. So that's to be expected. So back out to the hallway we go. So I think this is definitely was not an expected project, but I think it is going to end up being even nicer than I think David and Michael were envisioning, now that they have a clean slate to work with. So you get down here, get back, and as you can see out yonder, now that we're up here, I can actually see what's going on. They've torn down more of those dead trees back there in the clearing, so all that's going to be cleared up. So now you can really see the property and all the nice trees that are here. So all right, everybody. Well, that's it for today. I will keep you guys posted as things change, because I think here in the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot more, because they're really moving along. And I'm excited. This is going to be really cool. I can't wait to actually see the rooms go back together. That will be exciting. It will not look like a a dollhouse with its back missing. It's going to look more like a home. So stay tuned, everybody, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.